In a world that seems to thrive on instant gratification and constant sharing, the idea of working hard in silence can feel counterintuitive. We're often surrounded by people posting their accomplishments, sharing every victory, and announcing every next step. This environment makes it tempting to seek recognition every time we achieve something, or even when we just start working toward a goal. But working hard in silence is a powerful mindset shift, one that aligns our efforts with our deepest motivations rather than a need for external validation. Working in silence requires a focus on inner motivation. It asks us to chase our dreams not because we want praise or admiration, but because those dreams mean something deeply personal. This kind of motivation gives us a foundation that doesn't waver with the opinions of others. When we're driven by a purpose that resonates within us, we become more resilient, more focused, and more determined. Inner motivation is that quiet but strong force that doesn't need applause to keep going. It reminds us of our goals during challenging times and pushes us forward without needing to broadcast each step to the world. Silence can be powerful because it allows us to tune out the distractions that often lead us astray. When we work quietly, we create a mental space where we can truly hear our own voice, our own vision. We start to recognize the things that truly matter, distinguishing between what's important for our growth and what's just noise. Silence gives us time to listen to our instincts, to learn from our own experiences, and to understand ourselves. It offers us the freedom to experiment, fail, and try again without the weight of judgment or the need for constant reassurance. This approach also requires a great deal of patience, something that feels rare in a world that's always moving fast. Working hard in silence teaches us that real success doesn't happen overnight. While it's natural to want to see results quickly, the most meaningful achievements come from consistent, long-term effort. Patience helps us build the habits and skills needed for sustainable success, rather than focusing on short-term wins. It also keeps us grounded, reminding us that every journey has its ups and downs, and that real progress often comes slowly. Silence, combined with patience, cultivates resilience, as we learn to withstand obstacles and delays without losing sight of our end goal. When we put in the hard work without the need to broadcast our progress, something transformative begins to happen. The skills we've built, the dedication we've shown, and the persistence we've maintained all start to add up. And one day, our results start to speak for us. There's a unique satisfaction in knowing that the work we did, quietly and diligently, has led to something tangible and meaningful. At that moment, when our achievements are visible to the world, they carry an even greater weight because they are backed by a quiet history of hard work and dedication. The results, in the end, are the loudest statement we can make. The process of working hard in silence also transforms us in unexpected ways. As we focus on our goals and put in consistent effort, we start to grow as individuals. We become more disciplined, more focused, and more self-aware. This growth becomes part of who we are, and it's often only visible to us. But that's the beauty of it. Working in silence isn't just about the final goal. It's about the person we become along the way. We develop the kind of character and integrity that can withstand challenges. And we build the confidence to know that our work matters regardless of who's watching. There's a certain strength in knowing that you're capable of making progress without needing validation at every turn. This quiet confidence is a reward in itself. Working in silence allows us to take pride in our journey, knowing that we're building something valuable without needing to prove it at every step. Our actions and our quiet dedication become a testament to our commitment and integrity, creating a lasting impact that doesn't rely on words. When we reach a point where our work can speak for itself, we have something that goes beyond superficial validation. At this point, we are no longer defined by what others think, but by what we have accomplished through our own effort and determination. There's something incredibly powerful about letting our achievements speak louder than any announcement we could have made along the way. So as we pursue our goals, let's strive to work hard in silence. Let's trust our inner motivation, cultivate patience, and grow from the journey. This path won't always be easy, and it may feel lonely at times, but in the end, it allows us to define ourselves by our actions. It lets us build a life and achieve our dreams in a way that aligns with our own values and purpose. And when the time comes for our work to be recognized, it will stand on its own as a testament to our dedication, integrity, and the quiet strength that allowed us to keep going, no matter who was or wasn't watching. Working hard in silence isn't just a strategy, it's a mindset that aligns us with what truly matters. It reminds us that ultimately it's not the applause that defines our success, but the commitment and quiet resilience we bring to every step of the journey. In today's world, there's noise everywhere we turn: social media posts, news headlines, notifications, and opinions coming at us from all directions. We're constantly surrounded by the pressure to broadcast our lives, share our accomplishments, and seek approval from others. But there's something profoundly powerful about silence, something that can strengthen us and help us focus on our journey without distraction. Harnessing the power of silence doesn't mean isolating ourselves. It means creating a space within where we can truly connect with our goals, our thoughts, and our purpose without the need for external validation. When we choose to work in silence, we're choosing a path of self-discipline and self-awareness. Silence gives us the mental room to think clearly, without the constant buzz of what others might think. It allows us to shut out the distractions and pressures that can so easily sidetrack us from our goals. By intentionally cultivating silence, we are able to tap into our own instincts and hear our own voice above the noise of the outside world. This focus, this clarity, is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. It's the foundation for any meaningful progress we hope to make. Silence also allows us to become more resilient. When we're not constantly sharing our dreams and goals, we're also less likely to be influenced by other people's opinions. This can make us more grounded and independent, able to make decisions based on what truly matters to us. We become more confident in our own abilities and more capable of handling setbacks without needing external reassurance. By working in silence, we give ourselves the freedom to experiment, to make mistakes, and to try again without feeling the weight of others' expectations or judgments. We learn from our own experiences and build inner strength that doesn't rely on outside approval. In a world where immediate gratification is the norm, working in silence teaches us patience. It reminds us that lasting success is not something that can be achieved overnight. When we commit to our goals without needing to share every step, we start to value the process rather than just the outcome. This approach helps us appreciate the small victories along the way, knowing that each one brings us closer to our dreams. Working in silence requires us to trust the journey, to understand that every effort, every setback, and every lesson is part of the bigger picture. It's a lesson in resilience and perseverance that few other things can teach as effectively. Harnessing the power of silence also means letting go of the need for constant validation. In today's society, we're often encouraged to seek out likes, comments, and applause for every achievement. But working in silence helps us build a kind of inner validation that's not dependent on others' opinions. When we rely on our own sense of purpose and satisfaction, we become more resilient in the face of criticism and less susceptible to the highs and lows of external praise. We start to value our own perspective, which strengthens our self-confidence and helps us stay focused on what truly matters. This silence becomes the fuel for steady, consistent progress. When we're not constantly seeking recognition, we're able to devote our full attention to the work itself. We start to see improvements in our abilities and gain insights into areas where we can grow. This quiet dedication, this commitment to our craft, gradually builds up, allowing us to achieve more than we ever could if we were constantly distracted by the need to share or seek approval. The beauty of working in silence is that we're able to focus on the quality of our efforts rather than the perception of them, which leads to real, tangible results. And eventually, those results speak for themselves. When the time comes, our hard work and dedication will shine on their own without needing any introduction. There's a unique satisfaction in knowing that the progress we've made, the skills we've developed, and the resilience we've built all stem from our own quiet commitment. The achievements we reach in silence become even more rewarding because they are true reflections of our persistence and dedication, not just responses to external expectations. At that point, we have created something of lasting value, something that doesn't need words to convey its worth. Working in silence also transforms us. It's not just about reaching a goal, but about who we become in the process. When we choose the quiet path, we grow in ways we might not expect. We become more focused, more disciplined, and more self-assured. This personal growth is often invisible to others, but it's invaluable to us. We become people who are capable of achieving great things, not because we sought recognition, but because we learned to trust ourselves and our abilities. This transformation is what truly defines success. Harnessing the power of silence is not just a strategy for productivity, it's a path to inner strength and resilience. It's about building a foundation that doesn't crumble under pressure, a confidence that doesn't waver with outside opinions, and a purpose that doesn't require applause. When we work in silence, we align our actions with our values, letting our efforts speak for themselves. And in the end, we create something lasting and meaningful, both in our achievements and in who we have become along the way. In a world that moves fast and demands instant results, it's easy to overlook the value of patience and resilience. We're conditioned to expect immediate feedback, whether it's from social media, quick answers from a search, or rapid results at work. But the truth is, anything truly meaningful takes time, and the journey often requires us to wait, adapt, and keep pushing forward, even when we don't see immediate progress. Cultivating patience and resilience is crucial for achieving lasting success and developing the strength to handle life's challenges. Patience teaches us to respect the process. When we set ambitious goals, it's easy to get frustrated or disheartened if results don't appear quickly. But patience reminds us that each step matters, and that steady, consistent effort is far more powerful than a brief, intense burst of energy. By practicing patience, we learn to appreciate each stage of the journey and to recognize the small wins along the way. Each tiny improvement, each skill learned, and each setback overcome is a part of the growth process. We come to understand that even if the end goal seems far off, every step forward brings us closer. At the same time, resilience equips us with the ability to keep going when times get tough. Life inevitably throws obstacles in our way, and any worthwhile pursuit is bound to have its fair share of setbacks and disappointments. Resilience allows us to push through these challenges instead of giving up or changing course the moment we encounter difficulty. When we cultivate resilience, we develop a mindset that sees obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn and grow. We start to see setbacks as part of the journey rather than as reasons to stop. This shift in perspective empowers us to stay focused on our goals, regardless of the obstacles that arise. Patience and resilience often go hand in hand, working together to create a solid foundation for success. Patience helps us stay the course when results don't come as quickly as we'd like, while resilience keeps us moving forward, even when we face failure or disappointment. When we learn to combine these qualities, we become unstoppable. We no longer depend on immediate rewards or approval to stay motivated. Instead, we develop the internal strength to pursue our dreams with focus and determination, no matter how long it takes. Cultivating patience also brings a sense of peace. Rather than feeling rushed or anxious about achieving our goals, we learn to trust in the timing of our journey. This doesn't mean we stop working hard, it means we let go of the need to see instant results. We understand that progress is gradual, and we come to respect the natural pace of growth. Patience allows us to feel confident in our efforts, knowing that every action we take, no matter how small, is moving us closer to where we want to be. This calmness helps us stay grounded, which is essential for long-term success and personal well-being. Resilience, on the other hand, helps us face the inevitable difficulties along the way. When we're working towards something meaningful, setbacks are inevitable. We may encounter failure, criticism, or unexpected challenges. But resilience gives us the strength to keep going, to stand up each time we're knocked down, and to learn from each experience. With resilience, we don't just survive challenges, we come out of them stronger. We build confidence in our ability to handle adversity, knowing that every setback is an opportunity for growth. Over time, resilience becomes a skill that serves us in every area of our lives, making us better equipped to handle whatever comes our way. One of the most powerful aspects of patience and resilience is that they allow us to focus on the quality of our work rather than the speed at which we achieve our goals. When we're patient, we're not rushing to finish just to meet a deadline or to get recognition. Instead, we're dedicated to doing our best work, putting in the time and effort required to create something valuable. Resilience keeps us committed to our standards even when we face criticism or failure. We're able to refine our skills and deepen our understanding, knowing that quality matters more than a quick result. This mindset also brings a deeper sense of fulfillment. When we achieve something through patience and resilience, it means more because we know we've truly earned it. We've faced the challenges, put in the time, and learned valuable lessons along the way. The journey itself becomes a reward, and the end result is a testament to our dedication. This kind of success is lasting and meaningful because it's built on a foundation of hard work, persistence, and growth. It's not a fleeting achievement, but a true accomplishment that reflects who we've become. Patience and resilience teach us that success is not just about reaching a destination, it's about the process of getting there. It's about growing into the person capable of achieving our goals and developing the character and strength to handle the ups and downs along the way. With patience, we learn to enjoy the journey, to take pride in each small step forward, and to find satisfaction in the progress we're making, even if the end goal is still far off. With resilience, we develop the mental toughness to face setbacks and failures, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to keep going no matter how hard it gets. Ultimately, cultivating patience and resilience transforms us. We become people who are capable of achieving our dreams because we've built the habits and mindset necessary to sustain us on the journey. We're no longer at the mercy of immediate results or external validation. Instead, we have the strength and patience to work diligently, trusting that our efforts will pay off in time. We learn to value the process over the outcome, and to find strength within ourselves that doesn't waver with each obstacle. In this way, patience and resilience are more than just tools for success. They are qualities that shape us into better, stronger, and more fulfilled individuals. They teach us that true achievement is not just about reaching the top, but about who we become along the way. When we cultivate these qualities, we are equipped not only to achieve our goals, but to enjoy the journey, knowing that every challenge and every small victory is part of something far greater. In a world where sharing accomplishments and milestones is commonplace, there's an understated power in allowing your results to speak for themselves. We're often encouraged to publicize every success, but sometimes the quiet confidence of letting your achievements unfold naturally is more impactful. When we let results speak, we shift the focus from seeking validation to creating value. We move from wanting attention to committing ourselves to genuine, hard-earned accomplishments. This approach is about developing a mindset of silent dedication where, instead of talking about what we're going to do, we simply do it and let the results tell the story. Letting your results speak is about prioritizing action over words. It's tempting to make announcements, set public goals, or share every step of the journey with others, but when we focus on actions rather than words, we channel all our energy into the work itself. This is where true growth and real progress happen. The time we would spend explaining our goals or seeking approval can be directed into refining our skills, solving challenges, and moving closer to our aspirations. This shift in focus is often transformative. It allows us to develop a strong work ethic and a sense of purpose that doesn't need the validation of others to stay strong. When we let results speak, we also cultivate humility. Instead of seeking the spotlight, we allow our achievements to naturally draw attention when they're ready. By being quietly diligent, we learn to appreciate the journey itself rather than just the final reward. This humility brings a sense of fulfillment that is more sustainable and deeply satisfying than temporary applause. We begin to understand that the most meaningful accomplishments often come from quiet, consistent effort rather than bold proclamations. Working in silence, focused on our goals, we learn to value the satisfaction of doing good work for its own sake, not because others are watching. There's also a certain strength in letting results do the talking. When we're driven by action rather than by the need for recognition, we build resilience and perseverance. We work through the challenges, we adapt to setbacks, and we keep going even when no one is there to cheer us on. This resilience creates a foundation of inner strength that doesn't rely on others' opinions or approval. We become self-reliant, motivated by our own values and goals rather than by any external praise. This quiet strength becomes part of who we are, fueling us to accomplish even more. Allowing results to speak also fosters consistency. When we're focused on outcomes rather than appearances, we're motivated to keep putting in the effort every day. Consistency, as we know, is key to any real success. Small, steady steps compound over time, leading to substantial progress. But if we're constantly distracted by the need to show others our progress, we lose this consistency. By staying committed to our work without seeking attention, we develop the habit of showing up, day in and day out, which is ultimately what leads to lasting success. Letting our results speak teaches us to value the slow, steady progress that builds a solid foundation over time. This approach also builds credibility. People notice when actions speak louder than words. When we allow our work to be the evidence of our dedication and skill, we naturally earn respect and trust. Others see that we don't need to talk about our abilities because our results are proof enough. This credibility is powerful. It's built on authenticity and effort rather than on promises or expectations. When others see that our achievements have come from hard work rather than from a need for attention, they're more likely to trust in our abilities and recognize our commitment. In this way, letting our results speak can open doors that announcements or proclamations never could. The beauty of allowing results to speak is that it takes pressure off the journey. When we're not focused on how others perceive our progress, we're free to explore, experiment, and grow without fear of judgment. We become more comfortable with failure, more willing to take risks, and more open to learning along the way. Instead of trying to craft an image of success, we can genuinely immerse ourselves in the work itself. This freedom allows us to fully engage in the process, leading to a deeper understanding of our field and a stronger connection to our goals. This approach also leads to a profound sense of self-worth. By achieving success without the need for recognition, we build confidence that is grounded in our own experience and ability. We don't need external praise to feel validated because we know the work we put in and the challenges we overcame. This self-assuredness gives us the courage to set even bigger goals and to face even greater challenges. We know we have what it takes, and we're willing to do the work, regardless of whether anyone else is watching. Finally, letting results speak allows us to inspire others in a natural, genuine way. When people see the tangible results of our hard work, they're often motivated to pursue their own goals with similar dedication. Our achievements become a testament to the power of quiet, consistent effort. We show others that success doesn't need to be announced, it can simply be earned. In this way, our results become an authentic form of inspiration, encouraging others to focus on their own journeys without the need for constant attention or praise. In a society that emphasizes destinations and outcomes, we often lose sight of the journey itself. We focus on the final achievement, the end result, and the moment of success without recognizing that the journey toward these milestones is just as important, if not more so. Growing through the journey means embracing every part of the process, including the challenges, setbacks, and the incremental progress along the way. It's about valuing the experiences and lessons we encounter, understanding that true growth doesn't happen only at the finish line, but in every step we take to get there. When we focus on growth during the journey, we begin to appreciate the learning and self-discovery that come with each stage of the process. Every step, every small achievement, and every obstacle teaches us something new, helping us develop skills, resilience, and self-awareness. Growth is rarely a straightforward path. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But by embracing these, we learn more about ourselves, our strengths, our limitations, and our potential. We learn to adapt, to face setbacks with courage, and to push forward even when the path ahead is unclear. These experiences shape us, making us stronger and more capable, and they become valuable assets we carry with us. The journey also teaches us patience, a virtue that is essential for any meaningful growth. In a world of instant gratification, we often expect quick results, but growth doesn't happen overnight. The process of working towards something significant, whether it's a career goal, a personal ambition, or a new skill, requires time, patience, and persistence. Patience allows us to see the value in slow, steady progress and to trust that each small step is moving us closer to our goal. When we cultivate patience, we become more focused on the present, fully engaged in each task rather than constantly looking ahead to the finish line. This presence helps us find meaning and satisfaction in the daily efforts that ultimately lead to our success. Furthermore, growing through the journey involves embracing failure as a natural and essential part of the process. Failure, though often seen as a setback, is one of the most powerful teachers we'll encounter. Every time we stumble, we have the opportunity to reflect, learn, and improve. Failure teaches us resilience, helping us develop the mental strength to keep going despite the challenges. It shows us what doesn't work, helping us refine our approach and become better prepared for future attempts. Instead of viewing failure as an end, we start to see it as a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey that brings us one step closer to success. One of the most fulfilling aspects of growing through the journey is the sense of accomplishment that comes from knowing we've truly earned our achievements. When we reach a milestone after months or even years of effort, the satisfaction we feel is profound because we know the work it took to get there. This kind of accomplishment is deeply rewarding because it's built on a foundation of persistence, learning, and self-improvement. It's not about a momentary win, it's about the long, sustained effort that brought us there. This sense of accomplishment not only boosts our confidence but also gives us the courage to set and pursue even more ambitious goals. The journey also fosters gratitude and humility. As we progress, we encounter people who support, challenge, and inspire us. We begin to see that success is rarely achieved alone, and that the journey itself is enriched by the connections we make along the way. These relationships, whether with mentors, friends, or colleagues, teach us valuable lessons and remind us of the importance of community and support. Growing through the journey helps us appreciate the guidance and encouragement we receive, deepening our sense of gratitude. We recognize that our growth is not just a result of our own efforts, but also of the wisdom and support of others. As we grow through the journey, we develop a mindset that values continuous improvement. Instead of becoming fixated on a single goal, we start to see each milestone as part of a larger picture. We realize that growth is an ongoing process, one that doesn't stop once we reach a specific point. This mindset encourages us to keep learning, adapting, and challenging ourselves, even after we've achieved what we initially set out to accomplish. We start to set new goals, explore new interests, and push our boundaries, knowing that growth is a lifelong journey with no final destination. This perspective allows us to stay curious, open-minded, and motivated, always looking for ways to improve and evolve. The journey itself shapes our character, building qualities like resilience, discipline, and self-belief. As we work through difficulties and overcome obstacles, we develop the confidence to face future challenges with a positive attitude. We become more resourceful, more self-reliant, and more capable of handling adversity. These qualities are not just useful for achieving specific goals, they become essential life skills that help us navigate all areas of our lives. Growing through the journey equips us with the inner strength to face whatever challenges come our way, both in our personal and professional lives. Ultimately, growing through the journey transforms us. It helps us see success, not as a single moment, but as a series of experiences that build upon one another. We realize that each step, each lesson, and each achievement contributes to who we are becoming. We start to define success not just by the end goal, but by the progress we make along the way. This mindset allows us to find fulfillment, not only in reaching the destination, but also in the journey itself. In embracing the journey, we cultivate a deeper sense of purpose. We're no longer working toward our goals just for the sake of achievement. We're working because we value the process, the learning, and the growth that come with it. We understand that the journey is as important as the destination, and that each day, each effort, and each step forward is part of our growth story. Through this perspective, we learn to enjoy the process, to take pride in our progress, and to find joy in the journey itself. In a world that often rewards appearances, words, and promises, defining ourselves by our actions is a transformative choice. Actions reveal our true values, determination, and authenticity in ways that words alone never can. While words are easy and often necessary to communicate intentions and ideas, they don't carry the same weight as our actions. Actions are the concrete manifestations of our character. They speak louder than any declaration or promise, shaping not just how others see us, but more importantly, how we see ourselves. When we commit to defining ourselves by our actions, we embark on a path of integrity, self-respect, and lasting impact. Taking action aligns our intentions with our reality. We can talk all day about our goals and dreams, but without action, they remain ideas with no substance. When we take concrete steps, however small, toward our objectives, we bring these intentions into existence. By focusing on our actions rather than merely discussing our plans, we shift our energy from hypothetical scenarios to genuine progress. Every step we take, no matter how modest, builds momentum. Actions create a foundation of small wins and incremental growth, and each accomplishment fuels us to push further. When we define ourselves by what we do, we prioritize action and gradually become the person we envision, one deliberate choice at a time. Actions also build credibility, not only with others, but with ourselves. People respect and trust those who follow through, who show up consistently, and who honor their commitments. When we demonstrate our values and aspirations through our actions, others see us as reliable and genuine. Our credibility is built on a foundation of deeds rather than words, and this authenticity resonates deeply. In professional and personal spheres alike, people are drawn to those whose actions speak for them. More importantly, we earn self-respect and trust in ourselves. When we know we can follow through on our commitments, we gain confidence in our abilities. This self-assuredness creates a powerful cycle where action reinforces belief and belief encourages further action. Defining ourselves through our actions also cultivates discipline and resilience. Anyone can talk about ambition or set goals, but reaching these goals requires persistence and effort. When we prioritize action, we embrace the challenges and setbacks that come with real work. We learn to keep going, to make sacrifices, and to find solutions instead of excuses. This process builds a level of resilience that only comes from experience. Each setback we face strengthens our resolve, teaching us that challenges are not obstacles but opportunities for growth. Over time, we become more disciplined and resilient, equipped to handle any hardship because we've proven to ourselves that we're capable of moving forward. The commitment to act rather than talk keeps us grounded and humble. There's a certain humility in letting our deeds define us, as it shifts the focus from projecting an image to doing the work that needs to be done. When we're driven by a desire to act rather than a need for recognition, we become more rooted in our goals. This humility reminds us that success is built on consistent, quiet effort rather than public acclaim. Instead of seeking validation through words or approval, we find satisfaction in knowing we're putting in the work step by step. The internal fulfillment that comes from seeing ourselves grow through action far outweighs any external recognition. Defining ourselves through action also brings clarity and purpose. When we act on our values and priorities, we become clear about who we are and what we stand for. Every choice we make, every action we take, reinforces our identity and direction in life. We no longer need to rely on affirmations or declarations because our actions make our intentions known. This clarity gives us a sense of purpose and direction, helping us to avoid distractions and stay focused on what truly matters. By choosing action over talk, we take control of our narrative and actively shape our path, driven by a deeper understanding of our goals and values. Moreover, actions empower us to make a lasting impact. Words can be forgotten, but actions leave a legacy. Whether we're helping others, contributing to our communities, or building something meaningful, our actions create tangible change. We have the ability to influence and inspire people not by what we say, but by what we do. When people see us actively working toward our goals, overcoming obstacles, and staying true to our values, they're often inspired to do the same. Our actions become a silent encouragement to those around us, proving that real impact comes from genuine effort, persistence, and dedication. Through our actions, we become a force for positive change, leaving a lasting impression on those we encounter. Living in alignment with our actions also brings peace of mind. When we act according to our values and aspirations, we don't need to second-guess ourselves or worry about maintaining an image. Our confidence grows, grounded in the knowledge that our life is a reflection of our principles. This internal alignment brings a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. Knowing that we are genuinely living our truth, we become more comfortable with who we are because our actions, not our words, define us. This congruence between who we say we are and what we actually do creates a strong, authentic identity, free from the need for constant validation.